All right, so what I'm going to do, we need a little bit more practice with negative and zero exponents, a little warm up before we quiz today. I'm going to write the problem up on the board. You write the problem on your whiteboard. And then all I'm going to ask is that you hold them up so we can just kind of check all at once, okay? All right, so our first problem, and if you need that graphic organizer out, guys, go ahead. So let's start with, let's go. (8 to the negative first power). How would we write that with positive exponents? That's what we're going for. Yeah. How would we write that with positive exponents? If you're doing this at home, so whether you're live with me or you're watching the recording I'm making right now, you can just do these on notebook paper. Remember, if you need to, take out that graphic organizer if you're not sure. Take out your graphic organizer, guys. I see a few people with it out, refreshing themselves on what happened yesterday. Now, I know I'm talking about, hey, guys, get that graphic organizer out. Well, if I don't remember what we did yesterday, I pull out my graphic organizer, and I take a look. What might this be?
I had a late bus, but then I went up to the office. I said I had an excuse or something.
Okay. All right, so we're looking at row number 4, right? So in row number 4, negative exponent rule. If I have a negative exponent, where did I move it to make it a positive one? Move it to the bottom. So this isn't 8 minus 1, and there's no exponents to add or subtract. I just need to make that negative 1 positive. So to do that, I move it to the bottom. I move it to the bottom. Now, if you need to, you can leave that example on your board when we move on to the next one, if you've got space on your board. I will leave it up on my screen. I'm going to leave all these examples up on my screen so you can refer to my examples. You can also refer to your graphic organizer. I will let you use your graphic organizer on the quiz. I will let you use the graphic organizer on your quiz. All right, let's try another one. Let's go 3 to the negative second. How do I write 3 to the negative second with positive exponents? Write it down what you think on your board. All right, guys, I'm seeing some of us, we've got it. All I'm asking is that we try. So we shouldn't be sitting there with just the question on our board. I want to see what you know. I want to see what you know without me coming around and getting you started, without Mr. Andrews coming around and get you started. I want to know what you know. So 3 to the negative second. To make that exponent positive, we move it to the bottom. The 3 and the 2, guys, they stay together. Some of you wrote the 2 in the top and the 3 in the bottom. The 3 and the 2 stay together, guys. They're together. And then once you had this on your board, a lot of you I asked, okay, can you take it one step further for me? I asked you, what is 3 to the second? Some of you grabbed a calculator. Some of you knew it off the top of your head. The 9, 3 to the second, is 3 times 3. The 9 stays in the bottom. The 9 stays in the bottom. Okay? All right, let's keep rolling with this. Let's try. What if we have y to the -7th? So now this is one I can't just throw my calculator. I think the last couple, some of you just put in the calculator and did our nice decimal to fraction. Now I want to really see if we know how to make those exponents positive. So try out y to the 7th. All right, we're getting a few more people right away or getting it right the first time. And guys, remember, just try it. All we're asking is that you try. Some of you sit and wait for me or Mr. Andrews to come around. You can do it. So remember, what Mr. Andrews just got finished saying, that reminder of that y and the 7, they're together. The y is not going to hang out up top and the 7 moves down. That y to the -7th, that y and that 7, they're together. They're stuck. We're not pulling them apart. They're stuck together. Yeah. They're stuck together. Let's try one more like that. Let's try one more like that.
Oh, I thought I was going to ask you the X.
Let's try one more like this. Let's try one more, because I think I just have a couple people I'd like to see get one of these on their own. Couple people I want to see just get one of these on their own. And then we're gonna put that negative exponent in a few different places. Let's try this one though. Okay, so we have 1 over the W and the 12. They stick together, guys. The W and 12 stick together. Now, I want to crank it up just a little bit. We're not going to get quite as involved as yesterday. Just a little bit more challenging.
No, it's not.
Think about, we talked about this yesterday. Think about, though, what is the exponent on the 4? What's the exponent on the 4? The exponent on the 4, yes, is a 1. So remember, only things with negative exponents are going to move. Only things with negative exponents move. If you need to erase some problems off your board, guys, you sure can if you need to make some space. Remember, only negative exponents move. Okay, guys, let's talk about this one. I'm seeing some really awesome things, and I'm seeing people that are super close. The 4 has a positive exponent of 1. So the 4 is happy. If it has a positive exponent, I say, hey, it's happy. So it's going to stay right where it is. The 4 is happy. It's got a positive exponent. It doesn't need to change. It's already positive. But now that C, though, the C has a negative exponent. It needs to change. It wants to become positive. So let's make that C happy. We move C to the third to the bottom. Positive exponents stay. Negative exponents go. Let's try another one that looks kind of like that. Let's try that one. Let's see what happens. Remember, I'm only moving any of the bases that have negative exponents. So the 2, remember, the 2 really has an exponent of a 1. The 2 really has an exponent of a 1. So see what you can do with that. See what you can do with this one. Only negative exponents are going to move. Only negatives move. So where's the 2 going to be? Yeah. Yeah. It should be a P to the 2nd because that's what we started with. That's awesome. Caden. All right, I think we're starting to get this, guys. Here we go. R2. Where's R2 going to go? Top or bottom? The 2 to the first power is going to go top. Positive exponent stays. P to the second power, top or bottom? Top. R to the negative fifth? Bottom. And just double check, guys. Make sure your 5 is positive. Make sure your 5's positive. All right. There's just one more type of problem we need to see. Then we'll take a little break. And we'll come back. And, guys, from what I'm seeing, I think we're ready for our quiz.
Is this all it is on there?
I'm seeing, yeah, this is all it's on there. I'm seeing some good stuff. Okay, but let me throw this at you, though.
It's going to be a negative with the... Yeah, I know how to do that.
Oh. So what do you think's going to happen? Stop and think. Stop and think. Try something on your board. I want to see everybody try this. What do you think? Based on what we've been doing, how do I make that negative 2 positive? Try something. That's all we ask. Try something. See what you think. All right, so negative exponent in the top, guys. We just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 examples where we had a negative exponent that started in the top. To make it positive, we moved it to the bottom. Now we're just going in reverse. Mr. Andrews said work backwards. We're going reverse. Negative exponent in the bottom goes to the top. Now, if you need to, Miss Golly, is it wrong if I put a 1 down there? No, it's not wrong. You don't need it.
I think it must have split the...
You don't need it. Let's try another one like that.
Guys, a lot of you are not even trying these. We need to try them.
That's a 5, yep. 5 over z to the negative third. What do we think's going to happen?
Easy.
What's the exponent on the 5? The exponent on the 5, remember, is a positive 1. Positive exponents, they are happy where they are. Don't move things with positive exponents. They're happy where they are. So think about what you need to move and where it's going to move to. That's what we need to think about. Keep this. That's a good thought that it became negative down here. Keep it up top. Keep it positive. Keep the 5 up top. Keep it positive. What do we think, guys? What's going to move? What's going to move? What's going to stay? Come on, you're on a roll back here. Come on. Yeah, keep rolling.
She wants to see it on the board.
Right?
5 to the first power. 5 to the first power is positive. 5 to the first power is positive. So it's going to stay. Here's what I'm seeing on a lot of boards. Here's what I'm seeing on a lot of boards. I'm seeing this. This is not the correct answer, but this is what I'm seeing. That's why I wanted to kind of stop you where you are. A lot of people are leaving the 5 alone. That's awesome. The 5's happy there. It's positive. It's staying. But here's what I'm seeing, though. All of a sudden, the z is just positive and it's still in the bottom. For my exponent to change its sign, for it to go from negative to positive, where does it need to go? It needs to move. It needs to go up. So if you have a negative exponent in the bottom, it's got to go up to become positive. You just have to flip where it's at in the fraction. You just have to flip. Let's try 2 more. We'll take a break. We'll quiz. Let's try 2 more. Let's go with What do we think? What do we think? Have a seat.
Open.
Can you put the next one up there?
You want me to put both up?
Yep.
You're welcome. Whoops. My board moved there. Let's do.
I'm a banana.
These are our last two. These are our last two. So think about the exponent on the 2 and the 3. Think about those exponents of 1. Try these two out. These are our last two. All right, guys. So the first one, I saw a lot of great things on the first one. The 2 has a positive exponent, so it stays right where it is. The x, positive exponent, it stays right where it is. The y to the negative second, though, it's not happy down there. Where does it need to go? Up. Done. Now, that last one, I did put everything together on you. We have a negative in the top, and we have a negative in the bottom. But, guys, we can do this. Positive exponents stay right where they are. So 2 to the positive first. It stays right where it is. Where does my n to the negative third need to go, though? Where does it need to go? Needs to go down, right? Okay.
Can you leave this board up when we take quiz?
All right, now I go to the bottom. 3 has a positive exponent. It stays. P to the negative fourth, however, it's not happy down there. Where is it going to move to? It's going to go top. It's going to go to the top. So that's all we have to think about, guys. Positive exponents, they're happy. Let them be. Negative exponents, if it's negative up top, move it to the bottom. Negative in the bottom, move it to the top. We just have to switch around where it is. Okay? So what I want to do, guys, let's take a little walk break. Then we come back, we'll quiz. And we'll see what we have left for time.
When you get up,